Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. Congratulations to the makers of 12 Years a Slave. Yesterday, that movie received an Oscar for Best Film of the Year. It also received an Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay of the Year. So I commend the cast, the crew, everyone for all their hard work in that film, for producing an excellent movie that we can all be proud of, and for creating a film that talked about a subject that is very difficult for America to talk about. It presented a story based on an actual slave narrative, based on true events. And, I commend them again for all their hard work. The acting was excellent in that movie. All of the actors in that movie deserved Oscars as well. And I am proud that the film also won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. And that Oscar went to Lupita Nyong'o. She won that award, and I commend her for all her work. For her great acting skills, and I'm glad to see a woman like her being elevated in the press, because for so long, dark-skinned women have been regulated to the bottom of this society. They have been rejected as being ugly by this racist white supremacist society that we live in. So, I'm just glad, that this woman was recognized for her talent and for her abilities and for her beauty. You know, um, Rarely are dark-skinned women elevated in such a way. And again, I'm proud that we are, at least for the time being, reaching a point where we can celebrate African beauty, where we can celebrate and be proud of being black. You know, um, Often Hollywood, and even, not Hollywood, like even newscasters, they present the only positive image of black people that's presented is a fair complexion image. That's the only standard of beauty that we're presented with for the most part. In music, on the news, in the movies, in the magazines, those are the images that we're bombarded with. So, I am proud to see, a strong, beautiful black woman being celebrated in the press. And that kind of brings me to another topic. A prime example of the type of colorism that exists in this society is the example of Pharrell's album cover. He has a new album called Girl. And on that album cover, it features very light women. And some people have said, well, one of the women is black, so stop complaining. Some people have said, well, he's married to a black woman, so stop complaining. Some people have used this as an opportunity to bash black women for complaining. The fact of the matter is that album cover is just a symptom of the larger issue that I mentioned earlier. The one black woman that was featured on that album cover is very light. You have to look 2 and 3 times to even know that she's black. But that's the kind of image that we are presented with constantly. But anyway, back to the point. I'm glad to see the sister won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. I commend her. I salute her. And, I'm proud of this film because, it's a masterpiece and everybody should watch it. It's great to see a black director directing a mainly black cast, receive an Oscar. This is the first time in history that this has happened. And we should take in this moment and celebrate this moment. And actually, we should use this as an opportunity to go forward as a community and as a nation. Hopefully, this will inspire Hollywood to produce more quality African American films. films that discuss the African American experience. Now, I know some, have attacked this film just based on the fact that it deals with slavery alone. They decided, well, I'm not going to watch it because it deals with slavery. Without even giving the movie a chance, they automatically say they can't watch anything that deals with slavery. It's like people don't want to embrace reality. Um, and as I pointed out in my blog post, this movie isn't just about a slave. It's about the triumph of the human spirit over hopelessness. So, and I'll include a link to a full review that I did months ago when the movie first came out, where I go into detail about why I enjoyed the movie. But we need more quality films like this. We actually need more movies about slavery. One aspect of our history that has been neglected is the tradition of slave rebellions in our history. We need more movies about people like Nat Turner, people like Denmark Vesey, people like Gabriel Prosser, and other heroes that have waged war against the slave master. We need more of those movies out. Also, we need more movies about who we were before colonialism, before slavery, before we encountered the white man. We need to have more stories about our accomplishments, about our kings and our queens in our history. We need more movies about leaders that have been neglected on big screen. People like um, Marcus Garvey and W.E.B. Du Bois. We need to bring those types of figures to the big screen. We need to bring films about African American scientists and doctors. Those types of movies need to be brought before us. And as I said in my blog article, we need to support quality films like this film, like 12 Years a Slave. If we can support trash, minstrel shows like the Tyler Perry line of movies, then surely we can come out and spend our money on quality films, supporting quality directors, quality actors, and just quality films overall. So that's all that I wanted to say. I just wanted to, again, congratulate the people that made 12 Years a Slave. I want to, congratulate the Oscars for stepping forward and doing what was right, voting for a movie that, deserved to receive the Best Picture award, because for so long, many of our great films have been passed over. Films like Spike Lee's Malcolm X, films like Cry Freedom. I don't recall if Denzel Washington received an Oscar for that one, but there are other quality movies where African Americans have been passed over for lesser films and lesser actors. So, again, I salute the Oscars. This is a step forward for this country. Peace.